Okay, guys, here we go. Today is day 2 on the same section, solving two-step equations. I just noticed that my section number was wrong, so I had to change that in the last one. This is 1-6. So same concept here. We are going to be doing the reverse order of operations to solve these problems. Now, these look a little bit different than yesterday because we have a fraction bar here that groups the top separately from the bottom. Normally, if I were to evaluate a problem that had like 3 plus 6 over -3, I would do the grouping symbols first. So I would evaluate what's on top separately from what is on the bottom before I divide. Okay, but since we're working backwards, we are going to start with the division and then we'll get rid of the grouping parts. Okay, so what I always say is get rid of a fraction if you can. So here we have this division. Opposite of dividing by -3 is to multiply by -3. That's going to help us get rid of this whole fraction business right away. So I'm going to multiply by -3 on both sides. That will cancel that whole denominator out. When I bring this down, I'm left with m plus 6. And then here 4 times -3 is -12. Okay, now I've got m plus 6 equals -12. To get rid of positive 6, we're going to subtract 6. Okay, and then on the left, I just bring down the m, and on the right, -12 minus 6 is -18. So again, if you wanted to check these, we would be substituting -18 plus the 6, putting it over -3, and then seeing if that does in fact equal 4. So when we do a problem like this, again, the fraction bar means a grouping symbol. So we would actually be evaluating the top separately from the bottom before we divide. So on top, -18 plus 6 is a -12. Okay, and that is in fact true. -12 divided by -3 is 4. Okay, so in this problem, we have this whole thing divided by 2. So to get rid of the fraction, we're going to multiply by 2. Okay, this division by 2 and multiply by 2 cancels each other out. We'll bring down the c minus 1. And on the right, 12 times 2 is 24. Now to get c alone, we're going to add 1 to both sides. And we're going to have c equals 25. Okay, that's my solution to that problem. Next one is very similar. Here we have division by 4 that we have to get rid of before we can do anything. So we'll multiply by 4 on both sides. Bring down that y minus 3. Okay, I need a little bit of help here. -27 times 4 is -108. Okay, and then I have y minus 3. So to get y by itself, I have to get rid of the -3, which I'm going to add 3 to do that. Bring down the y, and then -108 plus 3 is a -105. Okay, so that's it for the first part of today's lesson. Go ahead and try these problems.